Hey, guys. Good morning. Good morning. We are here this morning. It is the BYOB morning show. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chanel Blackmore. I am the purpose pusher, and women hire me to help them find their purpose. This week, guys, it's all about you. It's all about you maximizing this time at home to talk about certifications. So before we go any further, I am going to share out the broadcast. I want you guys to do that as well. Before we get too started, I want to go ahead and let my co-hosts introduce themselves. Chiquita, would you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do?
Good morning, everybody. Chiquita Lindsay, the queen of real estate, and I help women build their retirement with real estate so they can retire whenever they want to and never run out of money. Welcome to the BYB Morning Show.
And good morning. My name is Verlin Smith Randolph, and I am the fear fighting rose of audacity. Women hire me to help them to get through the rough, thorny parts of life where they've lost their self esteem and their courage to shame and fight their fears all the way back to regaining their confidence and emerge into full bloom. Thank you for joining the BYOB Morning Show. And this week, we're talking about let's get certified. What do you have that you could be certified in? What is your passion? What do you do so well, effortlessly, that you could get paid doing it, helping and blessing others?
Wow, that's good. That's good, Berlin. When you start to think about the knowledge that you have and what you know how to do, you'll be surprised that people are looking to learn and do those same things. We think that, okay, all of our jobs, all of the things we've ever done, that information stops when we leave that job or when we leave that industry. The value of what you learn, you never lose it. It is something that you could use for years and years to come. I mean, if I think about just my past, I know that I was in the medical field for many years. I know that I've taught in the education system. There's a lot of things that I did that I can now take those skills, that experience, put together some curriculum and then offer a class. Y'all, it's called intellectual knowledge, intellectual property. What do you have? What's in your hands right now that you could use that could make you some money? I mean, I don't know. I can remember how when I was coming up through the medical field, certifications was everything. You had to be a certified phlebotomist. You had to be a certified med tech. You had to be a certified nurse's assistant. You had to be certified. That is the only way that you could get your money. We're here today to tell you there are other things you can be certified in. I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. I want you to open up your minds this morning. There are other things that you could do and get a certification. If you're interested in learning more, we are having a huge free. Did anybody hear me say free? Masterclass on Sunday. I tickled myself with that one. Go to bit.ly/wanted20 bit.ly/wanted20. Sign up for that webinar. Y'all, it's free. It's Sunday. Y'all don't have nothing else to do. Come hang out with us and learn more about these certifications that we're offering. Chiquita, what you got to add to that?
You know what? You're exactly right. This certification, if you don't know what you want to be certified in, we have those areas of certification. And my expertise is helping women retire with real estate. Be certified to know how to invest in real estate to help yourself retire first, and then go back and help other women, teach other women to retire with real estate. And so we got a whole host of courses where you can be certified to teach it and get paid to do it. And along with that, you'll be freeing yourself while you're freeing other women.
That's the key. That is the key. Get free. And when you get free, turn around and free someone else. I want us to, as women, to stop believing that, we can't do it. Nobody would buy a certification for me. Certification may not be for me. We talk ourselves out of our next level. We will sit down with ourselves and have a conversation. And over that one cup of coffee, we'll be like, girl, go on, sit down somewhere. But no, this is the best opportunity for you. If you're home all day, just hear me out. And you are looking for something to do when this COVID is over with, and you don't want to go back to your job, this might be the thing for you. This might be an opportunity for you to get certified and launch a life coaching practice. Or maybe you might want to be a business coach. I'm just throwing out the possibilities here. Maybe you want to be a relationship coach. Maybe you're a minister and you want to be a spiritual life coach. Maybe you want to be get you a publishing certification. There are so many things out that we just don't know about. I'll never forget when I first came into this industry, I was surprised at how many people there were working from home. I couldn't believe it. I walked into a room full of about 60 people. All of them were saying, yeah, I work from home. No, I don't go anywhere for work. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. There's a whole community of people who work from home, who are in business for themselves that you have never even engaged with. And I'm not talking about people that are struggling to make money. I am talking about people that consistently generate revenue, enough revenue for staff. That means they have employees, enough revenue for to leave a legacy for their children. Some of them lived abroad. Some of them lived here in the States. It was mind blowing for me. We're here to blow your minds this morning. It's possible for you. Think about what it is you want to do and what industry you want to be in. Think about who you want to help. Because when you help others, y'all, when you have something, a service that helps others, if you have a certification, like Chiquita said, that will free others, people will find you. People will be looking for what you have. Because you have to understand, freedom is a community thing. What good would it be for one person to get free and never free anybody else? Who wants to live in a world where you're the only one that's free? Everybody else is in bondage. I'm just saying, use what you have and bring a sister alongside of you. Ms. Verlene, what do you think about that? Freedom ain't just for you.
Freedom is not just for us or for me. And the thing about it, we are to serve each other. We are to be of service to each other. Each and every one of us, we are here to serve in some capacity. And it's nothing like, you know how they say, each one teach one? We're like that, and each one bring one. Once you step up, bring someone else behind you. Bring them up with you. Don't leave anyone behind. And the thing about it, you can do it. You have time to think about the things you wish you could do, the things you could do better, the way you can help people. I looked at something last night with this doctor, and she was so passionate about something, I guess it was P. Diddy's performance or whatever it was he did on Saturday. And I thought if we all could just have that same kind of passion and drive to help somebody, not just one person, not just a nation, but one person at a time. Get certified in what you know that you're good at, something you do every day. If you're tired of this, I'm working today, I'm off tomorrow, I'm working today, I'm off tomorrow. Get certified in what your passion is, or what you're best in, what your knowledge, what you already know. Get certified in and let it pay you.
You know, Ms. Verlene, you said something there, that each one teach one. When you start to think about how much knowledge there is and just how much one woman knows, and you get to multiplying that thing by 2, by 4, by 6, then you become a community of educators, a community of business sisters. You know, when you start to think about, man, where would I be if someone didn't take the time to talk to me about my future? You know, I just wanted to be a housewife. I did. I wanted to bake cookies. I wanted to be the room mom. I wanted to have a Girl Scout troop. I wanted to do all of those things. But someone stopped me and she said, you know, no offense to anybody that's a housewife, but I just feel like you're called to do more. I feel like there is someone waiting to hear your voice, that somebody is waiting to read a book you wrote. Somebody is in an audience right now praying for something to be delivered from something, and the deliverance is in your voice. It's in your words. It's in your hug when you hug them after church. It's in your prayers when you pray for them. And you're called to something higher, something greater. And a lot of you don't understand that you are called to something greater because nobody ever told you you were great. Nobody ever told you you were beautiful, that you were smart, that there was more to you than just working as a receptionist, or there was more to you than just being her mother or his wife or his boo. It's more to you than that. There is, if you even begin to reflect inwardly, looking through the lens of the Father, because you can't look at yourself through everybody else's lens. Some people's lens is cracked. Some people's lens is green with jealousy. Can we talk about it? I know it's not after dark, but can we have a real conversation about it? You know, so when you start to look inwardly through the eyes of your Father, through the eyes of the Most High, oh my gosh, there's so many gifts and talents and forgotten skills and experience. And yes, even your pain will produce something beautiful for you, a gift, right? Some knowledge, a plan, a process, a business that you haven't even thought about. It's crazy to think that you were here just to do one thing. Guys, if you're interested in knowing what else you can be, what else you can do, go to bit.ly/wanted20. Sign up for that free masterclass on Sunday and come and listen to 11 speakers that will be presenting to you what's possible for you. You're great. You just don't know it yet. Chiquita, what you think?
No, Chanel, you're absolutely right. I think in 2016, one woman told me I had greatness inside of me. That changed my whole life, those few words. Because see, a lot of people see your greatness, but they never tell you. And I don't know if they're jealous or they just think you already know. But sometimes you got to hear it. It's like saying, I love you. Yeah, you know your husband or your partner loves you, but you got to hear it. You got to hear it. And so, yeah, you know, Coach did I put a quote on there as a people, you have a lot of passion in you and you've been giving it away. Why not make revenue for it and be a coach? It's not, you know, people see what people calling you now saying, what should I do with this pandemic going on? Those are things that maybe that's your passion. Maybe you were set to help people build a business, be a coach. And what I like about this program is it teaches you the business side, because once you get that knowledge, how are you going to make money? And there's people now that says, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, but how would I make money? How can I make that into a business? How can I put coach in front of my name and coach other women? So, you know, go to bit.ly wanted20 and learn how to be a coach and create revenue, profitable online business. It's your time.
You know what, Katie, you said that even during this pandemic, y'all, it's some businesses that are going away that we'll never see again.
Right.
You know, the retail stores, the small businesses, and it's a sad thing. But you know, maybe this is an opportunity for some of those people to do something different. To, you know, a lot of us have spent years going to a job we didn't like.
Mm.
dealing with a boss we never want to see again.
Mm.
So y'all, those of you that are watching that used to be my boss, y'all figure out who I'm talking. I'm just saying, the stress of, man, I need to be home with my kid, but I can't. The stress of, one time my boss called me back off vacation. I was down the highway headed towards my grandmother. My grandmother lived in a whole nother city and state, and we had trained somebody to do my job while I was gone. And that woman pretended like she didn't know how to do it. They made me come all the way back to come off of vacation.
Oh, that sounds like some Color Purple stuff.
The craziest thing I ever seen and I remember asking them, how are you going to compensate me for my lost time?
Mm.
Well, that's part of being, a director. Is it though? Because I never see the CEOs come back. I never see the VPs come back off of vacation. Only people that really don't have the power and position, that are at the mercy, and I say that and I mean mercy, of sometimes maniacal bosses. And I want to tell y'all, you don't have to put up with that.
Mm.
Those of you that might have been sent home during this pandemic with a computer and a cell phone, you're blessed. Do your work and then do some research. Research yourself free. There are so many other things that you could be doing right now to build something so that when they say you can come back to work, you can say, no, that's all right. I'll pass. No, thank you. I found something different, something new to do. And it's possible. I don't know why I keep saying that. Maybe it's somebody listening that don't believe that it's possible. Maybe you've been thinking about, man, how can I not go back to work? I want to let you know that it is possible. It is possible for you to build something that will sustain you. I never thought I could make enough money to be at home without somebody telling me what to do. It's a sad thing.
It is.
I don't know if I could be disciplined enough to work on my own without somebody telling me what to do 9 times a day. It's almost like, man, I'll sit here sometimes and forget that I work for myself and be like, man, I need to go to the restroom, but I need to push through. Wait a minute. I don't have to push through. I can get up.
Yeah.
I can leave my computer. I can go make myself lunch. I can go sit down. Yeah. Right? And I tell myself when I want to go back to work. That's freedom.
It is.
That's real freedom. And then to be able to make as much money as I want to make. I'm trying to bring it home for you. Not having to sit across from your boss while he tells you, it's great that you came to work on time every day. It's wonderful that you've never missed a day. It's awesome that you didn't go over your vacation time, but I'm not able to give you this raise this year. Company didn't quite make as much money as we thought. So you don't get a raise. So we're going to let you work another year. What? Come on, guys. When the Bible says that he gives you the power to create wealth, that means that he gives you ideas. He gives you wisdom. He will give you an idea that will make room for you using your gifts. It's that simple. You just need to tap into it. You need to figure it out. Certifications is a first step. Verlene, I remember talking with you before because, you help women fight fear and you help women have confidence. Talk to these women about being confident enough to try. Can you just try? Can you just do a little research? Can you believe a little bit that you can live the life that you want to live? Can you stretch your mind a little bit to believe it? Verlene, talk to them about that, being confident.
Just a little bit. And that's all it takes. It's just a little bit of faith to get started. A little bit of faith and a little bit of drive. You have to really, really want it and really believe that it's possible. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, if you don't try, if you don't take that first step, if you don't believe, it won't happen. It won't happen. Just take the first step and try. You get pen and paper and you write down, what is it you really want to do? What is it you really want to do? And you write that thing down and you pray over it and you think of it through your day. You may be working, but you still have your lunchtime if you're working at home. I guess your job still give you your lunch hour. But during that time, you take that time and you think on you. And you think on the things that you really want to do for you and your family, because your job is uncertain. We didn't see this pandemic coming. We didn't know that you would be home 4 weeks now, 5 weeks for some. You may be getting paid, but what if it's another 4 weeks? Will you get paid then? Or the 4 weeks after that? Put something in plan. Just believe it. Write it down, read over it, pray over it, read over it, and pray over it some more. And then you start putting some action to it. That believability, that faith, and some action, and you take those baby steps every day. Be deliberate about it, just like you are working those hours from home for someone else. You can do that same thing for you. It's possible. You just push through those fears. Because one thing about it, you do a little bit each day, you get better. You get better. And always believe there's something on the other side of fear. There's fear, 4-letter words. A 4-letter word. There's something great on the other side of fear. It always is. Something good, like I like to say, something good for you. You just have to believe and just try. Just know you can do it. What if I fail, sweetie? What if you don't? What if you don't? But you won't know unless you try. Just a little bit a day, a little bit at a time. Write that thing down, look at it, read over it, pray over it, cry over it, whatever it takes. And you can get through that. And you can make it happen. I did. It was at one of my darkest times of my life. Lord, send me somebody. Help me out of this. And he did. How bad do you want it?
Oh, I was thinking the same
How
thing.
bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? I wanted to be free so bad. Y'all don't have no COVID. Don't do that. My throat dry. Chiquita, talk to me about how bad you wanted to be off your job. Since I can remember just driving up to my job and sitting in a parking garage and my stomach would just start to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm back here again. These people ain't gave me no raise. I'm doing Bob, Bill, and Biff's job. I'm doing all the presentations. I'm making all the coffee. I'm putting together all the treat trays. I'm doing all these things. I'm not getting paid extra for it. And I still have to do my regular job.
Yeah, I understand that. I was there for over 37 years, medical technologist, but I hated my supervisor. I hated my supervisor so bad, it was making me sick. I hated her so bad that I would wait for her to come in and look right at her and wait for her to speak and not speak to her. I hated her so bad that I would just look at her waiting for her to talk to me so I could just roll my eyes and turn around and walk away. That was bad. It was killing me. My job was so horrible. The only way I was able to see my way out is I had to go to her one day and said, I forgive you. And that freed me. That opened up the floodgates for me to see that it was my fault. She wasn't coming and picking me up and dragging me out with a bungee cord and make me go back in there. I was walking in the door. And so the fear, when I found out after all that time I was going to retire broke down, exhausted. I ran into a lady one day and I says, how are you enjoying your retirement? She said, I wish I had retired a long time ago because I can't do nothing now. My body is broke down. I don't have any money. And I was like, oh, wow, that can't happen to me. I've given these people all my life. So I went to her one day and I said, I'm sorry for giving you so much problem. And she said, okay. After that, I could see clearly that I was going to have to get out. My fear pushed me to freedom. Like Verlin says, you got to conquer your fear. My fear was I can't stay no longer. I'm too scared to stay here. I wasn't scared not to go to work. I was scared to stay. So whatever I could do to get out, whatever help I could get, it didn't matter what it cost or what it had what I had to do, I was going to go. I knew I was getting out because I was going to do whatever it was to get out. Nothing was going to stop me. And so, you know, you have to be in that spot that whatever it is, whatever it costs, whoever you need, you're going to make a move because you're going to get out. I knew I was leaving. I knew I was going to have a better life once I got out of there. After a while, everybody I worked around, I looked at them and said, y'all crazy, because I ain't crazy no more. I done woke up. I would look around them. I said, they crazy. Why don't they just come here and do that and do everything they say? They crazy. You don't miss a day in 6 months and we're going to give you a voucher to eat in the cafeteria. And they was like, oh, I'll be looking at like, y'all fools. They're going to pay for your lunch and you can't spend over $5 on the voucher. I'm getting the heck out of here. Y'all in a trance. So you have to use your fear to get out. You have to, and I could not leave, you know, it seemed like to me, all the hate was making me sicker. I had to release the hate and I had to get help to release the hate. You all wouldn't have recognized me. I had to get a coach to release the hate from that job so I could walk away. Mm-hmm. And then I got a business coach, which is Coach Danielle Winningham, and whatever she said she was offering, I was like, I'm there. If I got to take 10 classes this week, I don't care what it costs, I'm leaving.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't care. It's to the point where you don't care what it costs. I didn't care either. Mm-hmm. I didn't care if I had to turn in cans, and I didn't care if I had to have my husband resell furniture. I didn't care if I had to bake cakes, because I understood one thing. Mm-hmm. I couldn't afford half the things my boss could afford. I even had a boss tell me one time when we were talking one day, I said, I think I need a little more money. I need to, ask, you ask them for, a raise for me, because, I had kids that were getting ready to go to college and things like that. And he was like, oh, we don't need more money. I said, you do realize you pay for your son to go to school. You pay for his tuition out of your pocket. You pay his rent. You bought him a car. You paid for his gas. There's nothing that child has to do but focus on school. I said, but my first child that went to college, we had to scrape together money for her. I had to send her groceries. I had to send her alongside of my bills for my house. And it was a struggle. So how can you tell me we both make enough money? That did something to me mentally. It broke my mindset. It helped me understand he's not thinking about me. Because when I said I need a raise, he immediately put himself in that statement. Oh, well, I don't need to make more money, so Chanel doesn't need to make more money. We're good, but we're not. He was getting a $125,000 bonus every quarter. I got a $50 bonus. What I'm gonna do with $50? And listen, church people, I'm not being ungrateful. I was grateful for that $50. That was enough for me to send my child to have a book or pay down on one. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop letting people limit you. Mm-hmm. And that conversation, he told me that I was only worth $75,000 a year before taxes, before my insurance came out. I want y'all to hear me. There is a world that is existing right now in which you demand the amount that you want to make, and you make it. I've made more money than that before taxes, I made more money than that in the past 4 or 5 years that I've been working for myself, then I mean, I decide. If you guys are tired of, if that's true, Jamie, $50 won't buy you a book these days. That is so true. It's a brainwashing.
Mhm.
It is a, it is a, well, do we really need that? I remember I asked for a new machine for some of my staff. We needed a new machine. Do you really need a new machine, or do you just need to train your staff how to use it? The machine was put together with tape, and we had a string around the back to keep the plug in. What are you talking about? This machine is broke. But do you understand? Bricks without straw. You want me to continue to make miracles for Thanksgiving, but you're not giving me no turkey and dress. You expecting me to grow a department, and you haven't given me seed and water. You're expecting a miracle from me. And y'all know if they gave us something to do, we had to make it happen. Guys, if this is your story, if we've shared something that resonates with you, you need to go ahead on and hit that link. Go register. It's a free class. Go to bit.ly/wanted20. What do you want? What do you want? Y'all put in the chat. We've been talking for 30 minutes. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all put in the chat, what do you want? What do you want to see happen at the end of this COVID pandemic, or sick and shut in list, or whatever this government doing? What do you want to see? Do you want to go back to your jobs? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to be certified?
And don't wait till your back is up against the wall where you feel caged, and move now while you can. Make decisions, make moves now. We're not saying just leave your job. We'll never tell you just walk off. No, but you have to plan for better. And people will treat you how you allow them to treat you.
You better say that, Ms. Verlin. You better say that.
They'll do it. And that's a real thing. And once they get used to being allowed to treat you any kind of way, and you not do anything about it, that's when the 10 years come in. That's when the 15 and 20 and 30 and 40 years of that abuse, because that's what it is. And then you're retired all sick and broke down and feeling useless, because they were telling you when to go to lunch. They were telling you when to use the restroom. They were telling you when to come back. They were telling you when to come from your vacation that you're already on.
Oh, that's some kind of.
Don't wait until your back is against the wall.
That's that mind
Make
control.
preparation.
Girl, that reminded me, Chanel, when you say you was on your way to vacation, they called you back. You remember in Color Purple when Miss Seeley drove herself to go visit her family? And she got in the house for like 2 minutes. And then the lady she was working for was going in circles because she didn't know how to drive the car. And she had to go back and drive that woman back home.
That's what it feels like. It feels like you don't have control over your own life.
Right.
YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, y'all listen. Those of you that are gonna be watching on IG Live, those of you gonna be watching the replay. This is the time to start thinking about you. This is the time while you're away from your jobs. This is the time to start thinking about you. Those of you that are essential workers, you still going to work, nurses and grocery store workers, we appreciate you guys. We don't know what we would do if you weren't going to work still. But if you know the next pandemic, you don't want to be in a position where you have to go, now's the time. Now's the time to start thinking about what you can do differently. Now's the time to start thinking about what's possible. What can I do now so that the next time that someone, some kind of bug breaks loose or virus or disease shows up, I can do something else inside my house and still support my family, still have enough money for groceries, still be okay. Y'all join us Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a masterclass that we are offering. It is free. Come and find out what else you can do. Start now. Go to bit.ly/wanted20.
Right.
Start thinking about what you want.
Yeah, you're right, sis. A lot of people gonna need a lot of help. A lot of people gonna need a lot of help emotionally, mentally, financially, and they're gonna need coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of a sudden they had that job and they want to figure out, well, I didn't really like that job anyway. What is my passion?
Mm-hmm.
They need to find their passion. Well, I'm scared because I done this job for 20 years. I don't know what else I can do. Fight fear. I was going to retire this year, but with the pandemic, I don't have any money. How can I retire? So learn how you can do that. Be a coach, because a lot of people are going to need help in those areas and more during this time.
True story. And if you know how to homeschool, y'all missing out. You missing out on an opportunity. Y'all need to get in this masterclass so you can figure out how you can monetize and maximize your experiences with homeschool. Y'all listen, we talked a lot this morning about what could be possible for you. It's up to you now to show up and apply that wisdom, apply those things that we've shared with you this morning. Make sure you register for that free masterclass, bit.ly/wanted20. We'll be here tonight talking about the same thing. The After Dark crew will be here for some real grown woman conversation about why you need to start looking out for you. You need to start putting yourself first. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Tune in tonight around 9-ish. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us. But you start putting yourself first. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.